Yeah, these are the last three in the deliver and drive phase. So once something's out in the wild, then how do you make sure that it's going to be successful over time? So we can move forward to the first one is AI is supported through ongoing monitor and maintenance. It is not set it and forget it, which I think is from my childhood infomercial. Is there a clear plan in place for monitoring AI performance post launch? This is the chance for our anxieties as designers or my personal ones to kind of come out and say, what happens if the AI doesn't work? What happens if the users don't like this as much as we thought? What if something's changing with how often it's working or how the users feel about it? What's the plan for monitoring that? Do we have dashboards? What are the metrics that we set up early on that we're tracking, knowing that there's a plan in place and people are responsible for it? Speaking of responsibilities, how will the system be updated as models, data and business needs change? Uh, who's going to do that? What's the plan for it? What's the process? Models can change all the time. So who's going to monitor that? How are we going to know if it changes? What are all the scary things we can think of with this new thing we just put into the wild? And how are we going to plan to correct them over time? Accountability is a big one in the last bullet point, and as they come up, somebody needs to be responsible for it. I think for a lot of our projects kind of end at handoff before things go into production, but these are the things we're thinking of for continued success: is tracking baselines, tracking metrics, and making sure that there's a plan, process, and responsibilities in place to make sure that things are successful over time, not just at the start. I'm going to start with 3.2 on the left. Users can easily understand how to use the feature through expected patterns and interactions. We're covered this a lot in the design phase. This is just like core common things that we're working on. But you have to do your validation research. Is there a plan to conduct validation testing with users to understand feature usage? We hope you're doing this early and often before things go into production, and make sure that you understand or at least have a hypothesis of how you think it's going to go, and then make sure that you're doing that before launch and then after launch on a recurring basis and tracking against a baseline of understanding things good, things bad, things trending up or down, and moving forward from there. Are there resources to support continual iteration and design improvements? Same vibe, making sure that there's a plan and a process in place to test this over time. There's more that is kind of out of your team's hands when it comes to AI than in other products and other features. Are users able to provide feedback on AI outputs, and does the system adapt based on those user inputs? I think this is fascinating. This is all that human in the loop piece that's just critically important for any AI enhanced feature. We just, for one of our engagements with the AI startup, we just spent a good chunk of time over a couple of weeks just concepting how human beings can give feedback to an agentic workflow after it completes. And so there's like simple ideas like the thumbs up, this is the right answer, thumbs down, this isn't quite right. But also getting into, did the process the agent followed, is that correct? Is that the right process based on our business rules? And you could handle that with a thumbs up or a thumbs down. But we were playing around with concepts of pointing the AI to a different database or a different table or a different field in a form, or pulling up a PDF and saying, no, the actual values over here. The PDF is kind of weird of like where labels and data are showing up. So there's light ways to do this and heavy ways to do this, and there's a lot of different levers you can pull. But critically important of how a human can provide value back to the AI so the AI gets better over time. Super fun stuff. 3.3, there are processes in place to ensure the safe and responsible use of AI over time.